What's up, everybody? Welcome to 9vibes. So, what I thought I would do today is I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your chakras. I'm going to talk to you about the basics of your chakras. I'm going to explain why charging your water actually matters, and a couple other things we're going to talk about. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and jump in. We've got here the Book of 9 Secrets. This is a little tiny ebook that I made that kind of just helps people understand these concepts. All right. You have 7 chakras. You have 7 chakras. You have your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, and your crown chakra. All right. Each one of these are connected to a color. So as you can see right here, your root chakra is connected to the color red. This represents the root of who you are. Your sacral chakra is connected to orange. This represents your bonds, the choices that you make, the people in your life. All right. Your solar plexus chakra is connected to yellow. This represents your physical body. This has to do with digestion. This has to do with what you put in your body. Your heart chakra is connected to green. This represents your heart. This represents your thymus. This is connected to basically what you radiate out into the world when it comes to love. Your throat chakra is connected to the color blue. This has to do with what you speak, what you vibrate out into the world through your words. Your third eye chakra is connected to the color indigo, and that is connected to what you project, what you see in your world. And your crown chakra is connected to the color purple or violet, and this has to do with rising above fear. Okay, we all have fear in our life, and so it's very important when you get to your crown chakra, it's about rising above that, using this knowledge to rise above. All right. What 3 chakras do you feel most connected to? So this little ebook is going to allow you to kind of check off areas in your life, and this can change of which ones you connect to the most, right? Is it your root, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, or your crown? All right. And as you can see here, you got a little bit of information. Root is connected to your personal esteem. Sacral is connected to your personal relationships, as I said. Solar plexus is connected to your personal eating habits and health. Your heart is connected to internal and external energy. Your throat is connected to speaking your truth with kindness. I talk about this a lot, kindness. Your third eye is your personal perceptions, what you see in the world, and your crown is your personal fears and the transformation of them. All right. So each chakra is also connected to a vital part of your body. So although chakras are a metaphysical word that represent a wheel or the turning of a wheel, they are connected to very physical nodes in your body. And these nodes are your different glands. So you have your root chakra is connected to your adrenal gland. Your fight or flight, basically your anxiety, things like that is directly connected to your adrenal glands. All right. So the sacral chakra is connected to your ovaries and your testes. Your solar plexus is connected to your pancreas and your digestion. Your heart chakra is connected to your heart and your thymus. Your throat chakra is connected to your throat and your thyroid. A lot of people who don't speak their truth or speak too much truth end up with thyroid issues. Your third eye is connected to your pineal and pituitary gland. So your pineal gland is basically what you project, how you see your world. Your pituitary gland is what you send throughout your body, the different chemicals and hormones that you flood your body with. And your crown chakra is connected to your hypothalamus. Your hypothalamus is on the very top of your head. It is basically where all signals come in, and then from there, it's all a process going down. All right. There is an I in disease and a we in wellness. Okay. So what you want to do right here is you want to just go ahead and write down 3 areas of your life that you could use some healing. Could be your body, could be your mind, could be your relationship, could be your finances. All right. But write down areas in your life, specifically 3 areas of your life that could use some healing. All right. So as we move into healing, we're going to talk about how water responds to frequency. One of the reasons that I talk about frequency all the time is because of the fact that water responds to it. And thanks to a brilliant man named Dr. Emoto, who basically proved that water responds to frequency. Through multiple experiments, he proved that water crystallizes differently depending on how you speak to it. So he did this great example of where he had rice and water, and he had rice in one room, rice in another room, and rice in a third room. And the water that he spoke to, where he said, I love you, and was very grateful and appreciative, the water was clear, the rice was white. It did exactly what it was supposed to. The one that he spoke negatively to, it ended up turning brown. The water was turning brown. It started to smell a little bit. But the one that he completely ignored had rotted all the way through. So this taught you that even if you're not doing your best, even if it's not coming out the way you mean it, it is still better than purely ignoring someone. All right. Crystals, fractal in harmony. So basically, the crystals fractal in harmony if the water receives positive words and love. The crystals showed fragmented fractals if the water was received with negative intentions. Okay. Now, from this, we learned that water holds memory. Thousands of doctors, including Dr. Bruce Lipton, have proven that water holds memory. And you might have seen it on 9vibes. If you go ahead and you charge water for 27 minutes, it is going to hold that memory, that frequency for 48 hours. Okay. So all you need is a frequency. And that's the best thing about chakras. You see, because each chakra has a sound frequency. The red chakra is connected to your root and it has 396 hertz. So when you play 396 hertz, your adrenal gland and your root chakra are connecting to that. All right. Orange has 417 hertz, is connected to your sacral chakra. Okay. So when you listen to this, it is going to directly affect the way that you feel about your relationships and the physicality in your body. The yellow is connected to your solar plexus. And so this is 528 hertz. You probably have heard of this quite often. 528 hertz is great for repairing cells and also healing your cells. You have green that's connected to your heart chakra, which is going to be 639 hertz. And that one is going to be directly correlated to your heart. You have blue, which is going to be your throat chakra, which is 741 hertz. So you play this when you start to feel like you're not being heard or you feel like you're out of control with your words. You don't know how to slow things down. Indigo is connected to your third eye, which is connected to 852 hertz. This is directly correlated to basically listening to this when you want to see your reality the way that you want, or when you want to start breaking through some of the illusions in your life. You will listen to this frequency. And finally, you have purple or violet, which is connected to your crown chakra, which is 963 hertz. This is a great frequency to listen to whenever you are in fear. It kind of rises above that. You're hearing something, you're connecting to it, and so it's great for fear. Okay. Illness cannot exist where it is not permitted to be. Only the living can give it permission. And the reason we say that is because if you're dead, it really doesn't matter if you have the flu. It doesn't matter if you have cancer. Your body is no longer here, therefore it is not affected. So only the living can actually give permission to be sick. Now, this does not mean that every single thing in your life, you know that you're giving permission every step of the way, but there are things that you're doing in your life that are opening doors to give this permission. And so you want to go ahead and kind of pay attention to that. What are your favorite frequencies to listen to? Out of these, which one do you like? Another one I'm going to add in there is going to be 432 hertz. This one is connected to nature. This one is connected to the universe. I've done a lot of research on this one, so it's really good for just kind of tapping into the flow of what is naturally all around you. All right. So here you can write down what your favorite frequencies to listen to are. All right. The water that you drink replenishes your cells, and your cells are made of water. So you see the water that you're drinking right now doesn't have a frequency with it, doesn't have any kind of vibration or energy inside of it. And so therefore, it's either coming from some other place, which is now going into your body. It is still responsible for replenishing your cells. So that means that what's coming into your body may not be the best for you, and yet it is the thing that is replenishing your cells. So what we want to do is we want to start charging our water. It's one of the reasons I talk about it all the time. Charge your water. Charging your water is one of the best things that you can do for your mind, body, and your spirit. Interesting enough, again, Dr. Emoto has basically proven that when you speak to your water, it affects it. But now we're talking about the fact that all you have to do is grab a set of headphones and put it around a water bottle and play these frequencies. And 27 minutes will last you for 48 hours. You can also place your water bottle on top of a phone, next to a speaker, anything along those lines. Science has already moved past the place that you don't need to have a special type of container or a certain type of machine. Play the frequency, it travels through, the water will absorb it. All right. Ingesting water that holds the memory of the frequency connected to your chakra will replenish the cells for that body part with harmony. Okay. So if you're having back pain, that's a lower sacral chakra situation. And so therefore, by charging your water to 417 hertz, what is happening is that water that goes in your body is going to connect to that sacral chakra through a frequency. Once it connects, it's going to replenish the cells that you need to hydrate your back or hydrate the situation so that you will not have pain anymore. Okay. Water that is structured differently can shape into the code that makes enzymes, proteins, and biochemistries for life. I've done a video on this. I did one live next to some water where I talked about understanding how structured water is out in nature. And when the light hits structured water, it creates enzymes and proteins and biochemistries that you need. So when you speak to your body with words, you send a frequency. When you talk to your body with feeling, you send a vibration. Right. So speaking to your body is taking your thoughts and putting them into a frequency so that it can be understood. But when you feel something, that's a vibration. That's a lot stronger. We have a lot more thoughts in the day than we do feelings about our thoughts. So your vibration is very important. Positive frequency and vibration change the water in your cells because it vibrates at this point. Your cells are now vibrating and they end up becoming the proteins, enzymes, and biochemistries you need to heal your body. All right. A little insight into the amazing thing that is water. If all of water froze at 32 degrees, all aquatics would freeze to death. Okay. So it is important to realize that is not the case. Instead, water starts to freeze at 39.6 degrees. And that is why you get layers of protective ice at the top, even though all the animals underneath it are fine. Okay. And that's specifically why, is because if it was at 32 degrees, everything would be dead. So it's kind of interesting how you're looking at your root chakra at 396 hertz and you're looking at water that freezes at 39.6 degrees. All right. Water structure is a tetrahedron. Okay. And I've talked about that as well. The faces of a tetrahedron are triangles that make up 180 degrees. The boiling point minus the freezing point of water is going to be 180 degrees. So it's all connected. Water is absolutely connected. And whether it's making a bond with anything external, such as salt or sugar, or whether it is by itself, you're going to see the number 9 in all of it. All right. So let's shine a little light on the subject. When you feel good, your cells vibrate more. The more your cells vibrate, the more infrared light your cells give off. When the light crosses with the water, structured water is created. So the higher and happier that you are. And again, let's not confuse happy with joy. Happy requires something happening. Joy comes from inside of you. All right. So when you are joyful, you vibrate. When you vibrate, you make infrared light. When you make infrared light, your cells then are going to shift and become because they're full of water, structured water. And the structured water inside is what is going to create what you need to heal. All right. All this information is connected to the number 9. That's why we have 9 vibes. That's why we talk about it all the time. The chakra frequencies are found by drawing a circle and placing 9 at the top. So I'm going to show you guys that these frequencies are not arbitrary. Not only are they found in the Bible, if you go to Numbers chapter 7 for your 7 chakras, verse 12, if you follow that through, you're going to see these exact same numbers repeat all 12 days repeatedly. Okay, so it's found there. You can also find it by just taking the simple understanding of the computation of 9, right? So computers can only go up to 9. Once you hit 10, it just perceives it as a 1. 1 plus 0 is going to be 1. Once it hits 11, 1 plus 1 is 2. So it constantly is cycling through 1 through 9. All right. So if you were to take this circle, we're going to go back to what Tesla said. If you only knew the magnificence of 369, you would have a key to the universe. So we're going to take this circle that you see right here, and we're going to place an equilateral triangle in the center. And all that means is we took what Tesla said and we have 3, 6, and 9. So we've got ourselves a nice little equilateral triangle right here. Okay. So now what you guys are going to be able to do on your own, because I did this for you, is you're going to rotate it. Right? So you're going to rotate it counterclockwise. We're going to rotate it counterclockwise because of the understanding that if we rotate clockwise, we get a different set of numbers. If I were to rotate this right here clockwise, I get 1, 4, and 7. But if I rotate it counterclockwise, I end up with 8, 5, and 2. So remember, 8, 5, and 2 is your third eye frequency. If I rotate it again one more time, now I have 7, 4, and 1. 7, 4, and 1 is going to be your throat frequency. Okay, your throat chakra frequency. If I rotate it again, I end up with 6, 3, and 9. Then I end up with 5, 2, and 8. So what you're seeing is that when I rotate counterclockwise, I reveal all of the chakra frequencies. When I rotate it clockwise, I end up with their mirror. I end up with 147. I end up with 714. I end up with 528 instead of 5. I'm sorry, I end up with 582 instead of 528. So it is very important to understand that moving back against something does not mean that it is negative. In fact, when you get into the I Ching, you will understand that moving counterclockwise is actually moving back against time. And when you move back against time, you open up gaps because you're literally moving back. You open up gaps to where you can put love, compassion, kindness, and trust to actually start healing not only yourself, but the people that are around you, the bonds that you have. Okay, so you guys will be able to do this for each one so you can see for yourself that when you rotate counterclockwise, you end up with these very specific numbers. Okay, now there are two numbers on here that you probably don't know what they are, where they came from, and that's 285 and 174. These are very important numbers. Okay, all of those are the same as your chakra frequencies except for 174 and 285. So let's go back to what Tesla said and pull another quote. If you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, vibration, and frequency, or frequency and vibration, they interchange with each other. Okay, so if we take 3, 6, and 9, right, our first equilateral triangle, we end up with energy. And the reason that's energy is because 3, 6, and 9 is going to be a digital root of 9. 3 plus 6 is going to be 9. 9 plus 9 is going to be 18. 1 plus 8 is going to be 9. And 9 is the only number that no matter where it goes in the world, it always reverts back to itself. Okay, 9 times 2 is going to end up being 18. As I said, 1 plus 8 is going to be 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 2 plus 7 is going to be 9. When you add up all the numbers of 9, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 is 45, and 4 plus 5 is 9. So 3, 6, and 9 never changes. That's why you start with the 3, 6, 9 as the equilateral triangle. 174 and 285 are going to change often. These are the representations of frequency and vibration, or what I like to call the illusions of energy, the illusions of light. Okay, so as you can see here, you got 3, 6, and 9, which is going to be 18, which is a 9. 1 plus 7 plus 4, which is going to be 12, which is a 3. And 2 plus 8 plus 5 is going to be 15, and that's going to be a 6. So 9, 3, and 6. You can also end up doing it this way. 174 is 12, which is a 3. 285 is a 6, and 3, 6, and 9 is a 9. 3, 6, and 9. So as you can see, 3, 6, and 9 is prevalent even in the vibration and the frequency, which is why Tesla told you, if you only knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9. He did not say 369. He said 3, 6, and 9. No matter how you rotate it, you end up with a stationary energy. Does not change, does not move, does not get created, does not get destroyed. Okay, these right here change and move. And that is what is referred to as a moving star tetrahedron. Okay, math was discovered, not created. Okay, so this is very important to understand when you're dealing with numbers. We did not create them. We discovered them. We did not create all these alignments. That would be insane. We discovered them all the way back from Pythagoras, way before that, up to Thoth and Atlantean. Okay, so 174 and 285. There's some really cool stuff with these two very specific numbers. 174 represents frequency. The reason it represents frequency is because everything starts in your mind. It starts as a thought. The first Hermetic principle is everything is mental. 285 is going to represent vibration. Understand, they are interchanged within each other. It does not matter which one you're talking about. It just matters of what you're actually doing. One is thought, one is feeling. Okay, those are two completely different things. So when you add 1 plus 7 plus 4 plus 2 plus 8 plus 5, you end up with 27. And of course, 2 plus 7 is going to be 9. But when you take 174 plus 285, you get 459. 459 plus 27 is 432. The speed of light is 432 squared, 186,624. All right. 432,000 is the miles in the sun's radius, not diameter. I'll fix that. Okay, so you're starting to see these numbers are starting to align to something greater than what we thought. And 432 hertz is the natural tuning for instruments. So if you want to go back to Bach, Beethoven, all of them, they actually recorded their music at 432 hertz. And there's a very specific reason for that, because of the fact that it is the natural tuning in nature. It was not until 1937 that we actually changed. Well, we ended up changing and representing our time with 440 hertz. All right. So now we're talking about the precession of the equinox. Okay, there's a reason that we talk about chakras. There's a reason that we talk about all these different things. And it's because of the fact that we have a big container of time called a precession of the equinox. And it is where the sun rotates through all 12 of the different zodiacs to give you a total of 25,920 years. Okay, so if we had, and this is what I like about this, right now we have 7 days a week. And one of the things I also teach people is everything is about cycles within cycles. Okay, so our 7 weeks can fit inside of our 9. Okay, so if we had 9 days a week instead of 7, we would actually have 36 days a month. Perfect alignment. No one would end up having 27 or 28. No one would end up having 31 or 30. It would be exactly 36 days a month. 36 days times 12 months will give you 432 days in a year. All right. 432 days times 5 cycles, and we can get into the 5s at another time, is going to give you 2,160 days per zodiac sign. So what that's showing you is it's showing you the direct link to the moon. Okay. You don't actually see any of these zodiacs we're talking about until nighttime comes, until that moon comes out. 2,160 is the amount of miles in the diameter of the moon. Okay. And 2,160 times your 12 zodiacs we're talking about are going to give you 25,920. When you take 25,920 and you divide it by 60 seconds, because remember, there is the frequency, it basically has to do with time over value is going to end up giving you your frequency. You end up with 432 hertz. Okay. Align your life with 9. This is what it's all about. Everything in nature is aligned but us. Everything. If you want to begin this journey, start with trying to be a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more kind, a little more loving on the days that have digital roots of 3, 6, and 9. And you can either purchase the calendar that I have on the site that will automatically tell you exactly what day is 3, 6, and 9. All you have to do is go to the calendar, change the year. Let's say that we move into the next year. You just add the year and it adjusts everything on the calendar so that every single month you know exactly what day is a 3, 6, and 9. Okay. If you don't want to do that, you can add it. So all you have to do is add the month, the day, and the year to one singular digit. Okay. So if it's August 1st, 2000, 8 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is going to end up giving you 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. So that would be a 2 day. If it's November 24th, 2021, 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1 is 13, and 1 plus 3 is 4. So that would be a 4 day. Okay. When you really get into your chakras, you can start breaking these up. 4 days would end up being your sacral chakra because it's 417. 2 days would end up being your vibration, where you basically align what you're feeling, because that would be 285. But to start off, focus on the ones that are 3, 6, and 9. Focus on the ones that you can actually start to see and align with what we're talking about. All right. So if you add up the numbers and it falls on a 3 day, be a little bit more kind that day. If you add up the numbers and it falls on a 6 day, give a little bit more that day. If you add up the numbers and it falls on a 9 day, man, radiate, vibrate, upgrade, elevate. All right. Now, this ebook here, I'm going to share it with you guys, but you also have Find the Chakra. So in other words, this will tell you exactly what day. So you're going to see that the red is going to be your day 3. Your green is going to be your day 6, and your purple is going to be your day 9. All right. Also, your root, your heart, and your crown chakra. These are the days that you're focusing on. These are the days that you want to align with. All right. The simplest answer is almost always right. The best way to heal yourself is to apply what you have learned. There is so much information on the internet, so much information on Facebook, so much information on Twitter. So what you really want to do is you want to start applying it. You don't want to have a whole entire container of knowledge. You want to have a whole entire container of data. You want to have a container of knowledge, which means that you applied it to your life and then you were able to basically consider it knowledge. All right. Charge your water. Set your headphones, place a glass around sorry, take a set of your headphones and place them around a glass of water and play one of the chakra frequencies for 27 minutes. That will last you for 2 days. All right. Wear the color. Each one of these days is correlated to a color. Wear that color, because when you see that color, you are sending a message to your body saying, I'm doing the best I can. I'm charging my water, or I'm wearing the color, or I'm picking the crystal, whatever it happens to be. You're communicating and you're starting a bond with your body. And that is most important out of this process. 99% of people do not have a relationship with their body. All right. They have no connection whatsoever. So you want to establish a bond with your body, starting with your root chakra. All right. Make sure that you embrace the sound. Listening to these frequencies connects you with your chakras so that you can begin aligning them. So if you don't have time to charge your water, or you don't want to go that route, if you can't charge your water, place a set of headphones on your head or play the frequency with your favorite music so that you can just start actually having a communication with your body. All right. And finally, I have a checklist for you guys. Chakra check. Set your daily intentions. Find the daily chakra. Wear the clothes that go with that color. Charge your water and meditate. Okay. Once you can check these off, then you can say, I'm good to go for the day. All right. And when I talk about meditate, let me make this very, very clear. This is not about going into a silent room, a silent space, and waiting for something to respond to you. I teach meditation completely different. Embrace your creativity. Go into your mind and dream and think and visualize. The only thing you don't want to take into meditation is reality. Allow your imagination, allow your connection with what you believe in to pave whatever it is that you need so that you can see the path to it. All right. Get your 9 vibes aligned.